Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and jump into some more watching people die around us, because you know that shows that we're getting there. Uh, Hit that play button. Whatcha? I'll be honest, I can never remember exactly how many days are in this game. But we're on day 5, and we just got Gunter's.
Gabriel reads through the pages Wolfgang marked. He reads of Gunter Ritter's journey to Charleston as a witch hunter, hired by the townsmen to solve a series of ritualistic murders. He reads about Gunter's meeting with the beautiful slave woman, Tetelo, and of Gunter's tormenting urges for her.
Tall bastard.
He reads of their physical union and passion, and of Gunter's investigation into the murders. The victims were all crew members on a Sith enslaving expedition to Africa, it seems. The second to the last entry describes Gunter's plan to set a trap for the Coven committing the murders. He'd found a name on one of the surviving members of the crew, a man now living in the West Indies. Gunter has spread a false rumor that the man is returning to Charleston. He himself will impersonate a sailor and allow himself to fall into the hands of the Coven. Naturally, Gunter has arranged for able-bodied assistants to follow and attack the Coven before they can do him harm.
Ballsy son of a bitch, wasn't he?
Gabriel turns to the final entry of the journal.
Dear Father, I offer these final words as apology for the harm done to our sacred office. The woman I wrote of, Tetelo, was the witch I sought. I have committed terrible crime. I love this witch, and use our sacred family power to free her and aid her in destroying this colony. The talisman is gone. Tetelo took it. I can but pray for thy swift recovery of the talisman, and that my punishment in hell will be long and bitter. Thy understanding son, Gunter.
Wolfgang's letter says,
Dear Gabriel, please read the enclosed journal carefully. It might help you understand your family's special obligations and our current predicament. God be with you. Uncle Wolfgang.
The letter is written in German. It was sent from a place. The letter is one of the only other thing that Gabriel can decipher.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some...
Sure.
Could you research radar drums for me?
Rada drums? Sure. I don't think we have any books on that topic in the shop, but I'll contact our suppliers. Assuming any of them will extend...
Tell them it's an
Uh-huh. I can see where a Rada drum book would be incredibly urgent. Anything else?
Like, this is a Sierra game. And, like with most Sierra games, you can die, but it's not until a little bit later. There's no, like, first day deaths in this game.
I'm out of here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's the 22nd. The Voodoo Inn is back.
Welcome, Seeker. You must be the one Dr. John called me about.
I guess so. My name is...
Wait! Gabriel Knight.
You're too quick for me.
Actually, Dr. John told me. You have come to the right place, Mr. Knight. Tell me how I can help.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Of course, Seeker.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve. It is the greatest night of the voodoo year. There is always a traditional conclave on St. John's Eve. Most of our voodoo churches these days hold functions in the church hall. But in the old days, they had ceremonies out in the wild. They wore animal masks and had a huge bonfire and dancing. I used to go when I was an apprentice. Sometimes in the swamp, you know, Bayou St. John. Sometimes at the lake, Lake Pontchartrain.
Tell me about...
I saw them used once or twice when I was younger, but you don't see them much anymore. They're too... close.
Too close to what?
Just bad karma.
Give me an example of Gree-Gree.
All right, here's an old one. Take a lodestone and some brimstone to a crossroads at midnight. Light the brimstone with a match. A spirit will come and give you advice in gambling.
Dr. John?
Yes, I'm a voodooian, a voodoo priestess.
Okay, we need to get her to do something later, but we need to get everything going for that first.
Well, I guess I'll be going now.
As you wish.
If I can remember how to get it started.
The only vice is the absence of love.
I've heard that. Bye now.
Maybe I have to do it this way.
I knew you...
Really?
That doesn't work.
No. Okay. Not certain. But at some point we need to start getting scales from all the people around.
See you later.
See ya.
Just can't remember how it starts. Oh, right. Tulane University. Need to go talk to the professor here.
Hey, Hartridge, what's the good word?
And by talk, I mean
Hartridge?
find out that he's dead.
Oh, God, not again. He's looked better.
That would be a...
I'm not touching... There must be something here about... Damn, this is... There must be something here about... Partridge's notes. This must be about the Veve.
See, that puzzle's new.
This is a crime.
Okay, let's see. Was there anything else?
Defiling.
I think it was just the notes. But yeah.
Before leaving the university, Gabriel notifies campus security about Hartridge's body.
Thank God Hartridge was a doodler.
I don't think I have everything needed to do this yet.
Three nearly identical little girls are playing jump rope outside the station. There's something a little off about them.
We're starting to get to the real meat of the...
Gabriel's double dutch.
It's not double dutch. It's only one rope.
Mostly.
It's you.
I have this. Take a look at these notes. They're from Professor Hartridge at Tulane University.
Yeah? What about him?
They confirm that the pattern for the murders is of African origin.
Really? That's incredible, isn't it? Something like that showing up here.
It's been here for quite some time, so it seems.
I'm impressed. Okay, you convinced me. The murders were done by a legitimate voodoo cult.
Okay, so we've got the threat. We've got that it was a voodoo cult, and I need to remember what was the other thing I needed to do.
Can I?
You're the right.
Crash is dead.
What? What are you talking about? I let him go yesterday.
Yeah, and I watched him die yesterday at St. Louis Cathedral.
At the cathedral? I guess he was trying to get a last-minute A-train ticket, huh? Poor bastard.
I think you should go find the body at the morgue. He was killed by the voodoo cult. Crash said...
Crash said? What, he mentioned pink elephants too?
Aren't you going to investigate?
Civilians. Did you actually see someone kill him?
No, actually I was with him when he died. Could have been poison, though.
Yeah, well, when they get the body in, they'll do a quick autopsy, standard procedure. If it's anything other than an overdose, I'll get a report.
There's been another murder. A professor at Tulane.
Oh, Christ. You're not gonna start this again.
Just listen. This guy's name is Hartridge. He was a professor in African Studies at Tulane. Yesterday I went to see him about the voodoo murders case. He agreed to do some research. He calls me up this morning, tells me he's onto something big, and when I get over there, the guy's dead.
You know, you're really getting your ass in a sling over this thing, Knight.
It's not about me. Look, Partridge's death looked just like Crash's. I'm telling you, they were...
Did either Crash or this new guy...
No.
Then there's nothing to link either to the voodoo murders M.O. Besides that, the case is closed, Knight. If the coroner's report asks for a homicide investigation, but it's not going to be related to the voodoo murders case.
But I'm the link to...
Look, if I were you, I wouldn't repeat that to anyone. Because if I weren't an old friend of yours, I might take you seriously and lock you up. As it is, maybe you should start keeping your mouth shut and not involve other people with this shit if you think it's so dangerous.
How can I...
I already... You still need to get me a lead on the cult.
Alright. Lead on the cult. This one?
I have this snake bracelet. It's a replica.
Really? What makes...
I got it from an old Creole lady whose grandmother was an acolyte of Marie Laveau.
Gabriel, Gabriel. We get those little old ladies in here all the time. That...
Okay.
I picked up this scale at Lake Pontchartrain.
Yeah? What makes you think...
Well, it was at the crime scene.
Sure. Must be the only...
Alright.
Gabriel is carrying a...
Huh.
Madame Lorelai's...
Interesting. Okay. Like, I know generally what I need to do, but ah, okay. There we go.
Why is it so dark in here? Dr. John? Hello? Uh-oh.
Here's actually the first point in the game where you could die. Luckily, it's easy.
You bastard!
Good day, Mr. Knight.
That thing just tried to kill me.
He did. I am sorry. The museum is closed today, you see. We were not expecting visitors. But if you will excuse me, Mr. Knight, I must go look for him. He is incredibly valuable.
You don't need to ask twice. I'm out of here. By the way, you might want to lock your door the next time you're closed.
Not a bad idea. Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Because yes, you can die there.
What happened to you?
Who, me? Nothing. Why?
You're kind of a pale green color. Come here.
Pale green, you say? Johnny.
What's that on your face?
I'm sure you'll tell me.
Looks like a sparkly...
I love it when you pick...
Well, excuse me.
There's a snake scale in that. That doesn't seem to work. The item... Gabriel finds a snake scale in the ashtray.
Okay, so what you do? Wrong one.
Gabriel magnifies the snake scale. It's a snake scale. Gabriel
God damn it. Stop magnifying.
He places the two iridescent scales.
Alright. See, I don't know how I managed to skip that, because I remember in the original you had to get the scale from the fortune teller
I'm going out.
in the
Don't
park,
worry back on my account.
and then the scales from the Voodoo Moonbeam over here before you went and got that one.
Hey, hey.
Night.
I have these 2 snake scales. One's from the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain. The other's from a snake in the Voodoo Museum on Ursulines and Charters.
Is this common? Do they all look alike?
Not at all. They're both constrictor scales and the coloring is the same. A python's coloring is quite individualistic.
A python?
That's right. Hardly an indigenous snake to Louisiana. Somehow, some way, the Voodoo Museum's python was at the scene of the Lake Pontchartrain murder.
Well, I'd call that a lead, all right. It definitely suggests certain lines of inquiry at the museum. Not bad work, Knight. Okay, I'll reopen the case. I hate to admit it, but you've done some pretty good detective work here, Knight.
Well, you know what they say. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Well, point taken. Glad I could inspire you. I'll check around the department, but I have a feeling I'm on my own. I'll be in touch. Meanwhile, you stay out of trouble. I mean it.
I'll try. Thanks, bud.
Now lay low and let me handle this.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
I knew you'd miss.
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't know how I did that. Because it's certain that I remember last time I'm playing through this version
Got a minute?
that I also had to get the scales from the Vujian and such. Now I am not certain what I'm doing. Because I know some stuff I need to do later. But
I'm going out.
I'm kind
Don't hurry
of
back on my
stalled
account.
out on how to get to the day progression. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Be right back. That wasn't about a minute. Okay, so we got Mosley to reopen the case.
Thank God Hartridge was a doodler.
Is it the same day that I do this? I don't think so. No. Yeah, I legitimately don't know what to do now. I think I always kind of stall out here.
Using that. The marks are reddish in color and remind...
Uh-huh. It's like reopen the case, which I've done. And then what? Something like Moonbeam's place?
Gabriel Knight, come in. Please.
Could I ask you,
Certain.
do you know anything?
Snakes? You mean like my beloved Grimwald? She's a python, you know. Quite deadly in the wrong hands. I was trained by one of the great voodoo queens to learn how to hypnotize and handle snakes. What about?
How did you learn how to handle Grimwald?
I told you.
Uh-huh. Fascinating. Where did you get...
She belonged to a traveling reptile show. She's named after a spirit guide I had once. The spirit Grimwald was a very powerful female snake priestess in Egyptian times.
Grimwald doesn't sound Egyptian.
I only know what the spirits tell me, monsieur. I'm sure they know better than we.
How about showing...
Really?
That would be sweet.
No matter what you say.
I'll give it my best shot.
Gabriel grabs the shed snake skin while Magenta is otherwise occupied.
There. Truly inspiring, isn't it?
That's certainly one word for it. Could I ask,
Sir?
do you know when...
It is the oldest, darkest heart of voodoo.
Do you know anything...
There are some things it's better...
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
I don't know anything about...
There's...
I don't know.
Give me...
Here's an old hoodoo doctor, Gree. Place a dime under your client's tongue. If the client is under a spell of any kind, the dime will turn black.
Do you know anything...
There are many voodoo...
Yes, but...
Wherever did you hear such a...
Do you know...
Oh, yes. She was the first of the great voodoo queens.
Do you know anything about Bebe?
I don't know anything about that.
Tell me...
Oh, I wouldn't want... Yeah?
How many voodooians are there?
No one knows exactly. Many practice in secret. There are probably hundreds. But of course, the level and the power of the voodooians differ greatly, depending on their training and natural gifts.
How did you get into this business?
I trained in the voodoo arts for many years with the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Who's she?
You have never heard of her? For shame. I can see you know little of the world of magic.
I'm beginning to get that impression, yes.
Very...
What can you...
Nolens is the center of voodoo practice in the United States.
What can you tell me about Nolens?
It is a fascinating city with many dark secrets.
We're at the point where, like...
Give me...
To send someone away, take a rotten egg and write that person's name on it 9 times. You can also write on it where you want to send that person to. Take it and throw it against his door at midnight.
So egg someone's house.
Give me an example of Gree.
Here's a nasty one. To kill someone, get a sock or shoe that belongs to that person. Put graveyard dirt in it and bury it under their front steps.
Does that work?
I don't know. I never tried it.
Yep.
To ensure the safety of your child, cut a lock of its hair while it is still a baby and keep it with you. The child must have all its hair before it can die.
These are interesting.
They're very old. The Gree that I prepare...
What?
My practice is mainly selling charms and potions with magic power. You know, everything from unrequited love to wandering spouses to winning a lawsuit. But my spells and charms are powerful, and they work.
What can you
Much of a voodooian's work is protecting her clients from the spells of others. I make special protective Gree to be worn in secret. They keep evil spells from working against my clients.
What can you do?
The recipes for voodoo charms have been handed...
What can...
I have told you all it is proper for you.
What do you know?
Why, that has nothing to... But I can tell you that you should stay as far from it as possible. There is badness there. Very bad. What a...
Would you consider...
No, I couldn't do that. You might do some gree-gree of your own, you know? One must be... All right.
Does this mean anything to you?
It's beautiful. I love it.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, but if you know where I can buy one...
Sorry, it would be rather hard to find one these days.
Oh, well, so be it.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
Ah, the voodoo code. It is very secret, yes. I studied it with my mentor, the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Great. Can you tell me what it says?
I'm afraid I could never translate this code for an outsider such as yourself, Monsieur Knight.
Looking at the series of crosses, Gabriel...
Right. I think now I talked to her about different stuff.
Can I ask you,
Sir,
are you sure you...
as I said,
Surely you can see I'm trying to learn as much as I can.
that's true, I suppose. Perhaps
How do I get...
by using my Ask the Loa machine.
a machine?
Yes. A spirit guided me to it years ago in an antique store. And its guidance has never faltered. I trust it implicitly.
I see.
The spirits often work in mysterious ways, Mr. Knight. If you aren't willing to ask...
No, I'll ask. Let's see.
Yeah, this is one of the newer puzzles. Okay. There we go.
Well done, Mr. Knight. You have earned the Loire.
Yeah, that's one of the newer
Truly, it's an
puzzles
honor.
that they've made for
Now,
this
about that
one,
card.
which is just,
Let me see.
yeah. There's a reason I didn't remember that, because I went on that once, and it's not even really a puzzle.
Well,
So
some
much
of
as
it
it's
is
knowing,
nonsense, I'm
sequels.
afraid. Whoever wrote this wasn't very good.
Sequences.
That's all right. Just tell me what it says.
It starts with a D and J. Then, okay, this part makes sense. It says, Conclave tonight. Bring... Well, then there's more nonsense. F-W-E-T-K-A-S-H. The last bit might mean cash. Fresh cash? Doesn't make much sense.
Crash.
That's okay. Thanks. DJ Conclave K-A-S.
Dr. John.
It's a start.
I'm happy I could help.
Well, I guess I'll be going now.
As you wish. May the protection of the snake god go with you.
Damballa.
Thanks.
You know, the one you said you had no idea about.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Damn.
Now see, look for the differences. There you go. There's a difference. Circle within a circle. Day 6. And then the night became as day. I glimpsed nature's reddest claw. The face of fear looked back at me as I gazed into the maw.
What is it? What's wrong?
Gabriel!
I see it, Grace. Hold on. There's no one in the shop, and I know there's no one in the back. It's okay.
Okay? Gabriel, that thing is still barely alive. How could someone do this?
With a knife, maybe?
Oh, God, don't even start. We should call the police.
No. I'll take care of it.
But, Gabriel?
I said I'll take care of it. Why don't you go get some coffee? I'll have it all cleaned up before you get back.
They know where you live now.
Shh. It's gonna be fine. Now go on. Are you sure you don't want to go home? I could close the shop today.
No, I'd rather keep busy. I'll be fine. At least that creepy guy is gone. Not that they aren't still watching. Anyway, speaking of keeping busy, we got that book you ordered in this morning. The one on rhododrums.
Really? Great.
Gabriel!
I see it. Stay back.
Special delivery, it seems. Gabriel opens the envelope and finds a note from Mosley and a small brass key. Mosley's note says,
Gabe, I have to go underground with this thing. It runs wide and deep throughout the department and the city board. I'm already being watched. It was suggested that I take vacation time, so I am, at least as far as they know. Try to keep out of this. It's too hot for a rookie. Just in case, I'm sending you my office key. You might find some useful things there. P.S. I think this note will look great in the book, don't you? Make sure you save it.
the note is signed by Mosley.
Mosley has a very nice signature.
The book contains several... Gabriel magnifies the snake scales are hued brown.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
I do like how it's like Grace has worked with you for 3 months, and the entire time she's been trying to fix your books.
I'm going out for a bit.
Be careful.
You're back. You know, you really freaked me out.
Never got that scene.
You, anybody home?
Stay away from Malia Gede, or you shall pay with your life.
What the hell is going on?
So yeah, we're not getting full points because we missed that scene.
Gabriel listens carefully to the drum and opens his Rada book to translate.
Okay, try to figure out where we start here. Trying to... Let's look for the whatever is the double down. It's double downs followed by double up. The problem is trying to figure out where it actually starts, I guess. That'd be the way to put it. Because nothing starts with double down. It's either a 3 or 3 mid starting. A 3 up, 3 down, 3 mid starting. Just take care of that. Okay, so I think we actually need to start here with 3 down. It's 3 down, 3 mid, followed by Call Conclave. Figure out where triple. Are there any triple pluses? Because it's not a complete thing that there are falsehoods in this kind of thing. Where it's like you have to just look for whichever one works. So like I think it might be Call Conclave tonight. And then Swamp.
If Gabriel's translation of the drum code is correct.
There we go.
There'll be a conclave tonight in the swamp. That must be the bayou.
Okay. Yeah, because I somehow managed to miss the thing there. It means that I am not going to be able to get all full points.
An abandoned car sits in front of...
Oh, God. That's awful. It might come in handy. That dead bird doesn't look like an accident. Not a chance it...
Okay, so this is another new puzzle to this to the remaster. You come out here, and Mosley's got a window over here.
It's stuck. I need a tool of some kind.
So yeah, no, they really start like
All right.
tossing on some extra things. This one makes sense kind of why they changed it, because in the original was you got a beignet vendor to set up shop outside of the police station, and the cops are distracted by
That doesn't seem
the cops are distracted by donuts.
It's locked.
Okay.
This tracker might... What the hell was that?
Okay, so yeah, it is two things. You didn't miss anything by doing that.
Hey, Greg.
Oh boy.
But yeah, no, that's actually a pretty decent scene.
Got a minute?
What's up?
Okay, so having those, we now get to do a bunch of stuff actually.
I'm going out.
Be careful.
So we got these tracking devices. So what we're gonna do, Voodoo Museum.
Hello, Dr.
Glad you could.
Over here.
the voodoo shrine. Gabriel slips the signal device into the Sake Madeleine.
Can I assist you?
Now if only they take the coffin to the...
So,
I hate. This is St. John's Eve.
I see.
Leave. Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
okay. We've done that. I want to go and do this real quick.
Hello.
The excitement.
Read the newspaper, Gabriel.
Times dated June 23rd, 1993. Gabriel finds an article about St. John's Eve. It discusses the day's Catholic roots and its adoption by voodoo devotees. In the early to mid-1800s, St. John's Eve was celebrated with elaborate voodoo gatherings at Lake Pontchartrain, Bayou St. John, and other sites outside the city. These days, the day is commemorated commercially in some of the local shops, and a few churches still hold a St. John's Eve Mass. Despite his better judgment, Gabriel reads his horoscope. Today you will either die, or your life will change forever.
Sure, why not? It is St. John's Eve. They'll be out tonight for sure. But where?
Okay. Now for what I consider to be the biggest pain in the ass puzzle.
I'm going.
Be careful.
A new series.
Let me get these new marks down. I should check this against the code Madame Moonbeam translated for me.
Gabriel checks the two messages for duplicate symbols and transfers the letters from the matches to the new message. He finds that he has the translation for all of the symbols except for 3.
Is this the one? No. Oh.
The wall doesn't.
I'll leave a message of my own.
Okay, so I'm actually getting closer just because. Okay. This is Dr. John, keep eyes on Gabriel Knight, but do not harm. DJ Ring Seki Mado. Okay. You?
Pleased with his message, Gabriel tosses the brick down. Now if only DJ reads it in time.
There you go. Alright. So, as we're doing, I do not want to ever fucking do that again. So we're just gonna go ahead and save. I goddamn hate that fucking puzzle. Not the least of which is...
Hello.
The excitement.
Okay.
Will you do me a favor?
What?
Use your paints to copy this snake tattoo onto my chest.
Now why on earth would you...
I can't tell you.
I see. Well, I'd like to help you, but I'm not allowed to do snake...
I'm going to...
you don't say, I guess.
Yeah.
And why should I help you?
Well, if it's
You know that's not it. I just think...
It's perfectly understandable. I know that you have certain...
God damn it. Gabriel Knight, you're kind of an asshole.
Quite naturally.
Okay.
Me?
Difference
I would
between
rather be hung by my
Gabriel
hair
Knight
over a bed of scorpions.
being kind of an asshole and the main character of Deponia.
No chance to
Gabriel Knight has charm and actually has
Fine,
redeeming
I'll
qualities.
do it. Just shut up. Can we at least go in the back?
Sure, but could you say that one more time and pout your lips more?
Ugh.
What'd I say?
Also, Gabriel's joking most of the time.
All right, let's go. The shirt, please.
You don't know how long I've been waiting for this moment.
Now.
Look how ripped
Hold
Gabriel
still.
is. Like, look at that.
Maybe you'd like to tie me up.
One more remark, and I'm leaving.
Okay, okay.
One, Gabriel is a really good artist in his own right
Done.
for copying that off
It's
of
just
Crash's
stunning.
chest.
Sorry I couldn't make it last longer.
Well, it was about what I expected from you.
Burn. Okay.
I'm going out for a...
Be careful.
To the bayou.
Something in the bayou air is confusing Gabriel's sense of direction. Gabriel pulls out a tracking device, hoping that the Sakay Madelay made it to the ritual.
All right, there's a blip.
Okay, so. North.
Gabriel can barely focus on the LED with those
Right. North.
Gabriel can hear the sound of drums, but it seems to be coming. Gabriel doesn't.
Okay. Down. Right. North. Right.
The entrance to the clearing is marked with voodoo skulls. At last.
When in Rome. Here goes nothing.
Welcome, Brother Crocodile. Please join the other celebrants.
Brother
Yes,
Crocodile.
Dr. John. Brother Eagle.
But first, name the great serpent who crushes all in his coils.
Dambala.
You are correct, Brother Crocodile. Who is the destroyer of men?
Ogun Badagri.
You are correct, Brother Crocodile. Enjoy yourself well tonight.
Whatcha?
Gabriel!
Malia?
I know you now. I can smell his blood in your veins.
No.
You cannot change your destiny. Or ours.
No.
I will find you. I will destroy you.
No.
Where is your necklace now, witch hunter? Where are your pretty, pretty gems?
Whee! So, you know, lighthearted stuff. Day 7. My last ally laid to waste, I ran towards the light. I prayed for one to change my path, to give me strength to fight.
Gabriel! Gabriel, wake up!
Ow. My head.
Oh, it's about time. I've been trying to wake you up for hours. There's no time to lose.
I had another dream.
It wasn't a dream, believe me. Now come on, get dressed.
Wait a minute. I'm starting to remember. Something about Malia.
She's the head priestess of the Voodoo Cartel. They're responsible for the murders. They've been doing it for years.
Malia? Last night. She was the leopard. Like in my dreams, Grace.
I know, those dreams were a warning. Now come on, get dressed.
But last night, Malia changed. She became something else. And then I blacked out, I think. How did I get home?
I followed you last night. I knew you were gonna try to sneak into a ceremony. Lucky for you that I did. If you'd been left at that circle last night, I don't know what she would have done to you.
You're wrong. Malia wouldn't hurt me.
What about Tetelo?
Tetelo. They were chanting that last night. That's the name from Gunter's journal, the woman who took the talisman.
Yes,
It's all
Gabriel, it's your
coming
destiny you're
together.
facing. You can't just blunder your way through this or you'll end up dead. You have to call your great uncle in Germany. He knows more about this than we do.
Okay, I'll call him. But Malia isn't responsible for those things, Grace. It's that spirit, that Loa. It's Tetelo.
Yeah, possession is convenient that way. Call Wolfgang, Gabriel. I'll be in the shop.
Yeah, we're going a bit more than the...
Didn't Grace say you had to dial 011 first to get it?
For anyone who may be younger, this is what's called a house phone.
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht.
This is Gabriel Knight. Can I speak to Wolfgang, please?
Ja, Herr Knight. Einen Moment bitte.
Gabriel, it's so good to hear your voice. I had such a dream last night.
There's a good reason for that, Uncle Wolfgang. We need to talk.
Gabriel fills in Wolfgang on the events of the previous evening.
It's even worse than I thought.
We have to talk about what I should do. What can you tell me about Schottenjägers?
Of course, I sometimes forget how little you know as a family, Gabriel. I never understood how Heinz could allow his sons to remain ignorant. But now is not the time for that discussion. Schottenjäger is really two words in English, Gabriel. Schotten means shadow, and Jäger means hunter.
Shadow Hunter?
Yes, Shadow Hunter. We Ritters have been Schottenjägers for many centuries. No one is sure when it began or how, but we have records of ancestors as early as the 13th century fulfilling this role. Some believe that the role was given us when... but such fantasies cannot be of use to you at the moment, Gabriel. Most people are completely blind to the fact that evil does exist. Shadows of darkness, spirits, vampires, witches, demons, these things are real. It is to their advantage that the world has become so scientific, so cynical. But we know they exist, Gabriel, and we hunt them.
How do we hunt them? And why?
Why? Because it is our duty. As for how, that is something you will have to learn.
I very specifically remember in the first one finding a book a little bit later that very specific talks about every Schottenjäger has 3 quests, which I thought was really clever because there are 3 Gabriel Knight gangs.
Tell me about Tetelo.
Well, from your description of the ritual last night, I'd say that Gunther's mistress, Tetelo, is now the primary Loa for the Getty tribe. It seems she still controls them by possessing her female descendants and speaking through them. You remember in Gunther's journal he said that Tetelo was possessed by her father's Loa during the killings in Charleston. This sounds similar, but Tetelo has obviously become a much more powerful Loa than her father ever was. Probably because of the added power of the talisman.
Let's talk about the talisman.
I myself have only seen it in old sketches and paintings, and in my dreams. It was in the family for centuries before Tetelo took it. It is believed to be as old as the role of Schottenjäger itself. The talisman has genuine power. I don't know how or why, but it is so. The Schottenjäger swore to use the power for good, never for evil, for defense, not offense. We've been searching for the talisman for years. It's a terrible thing to know that something powerful that was entrusted to us is in the wrong hands. With the talisman, Tetelo has all the power and we none. The only possible way to fight her is to regain the talisman. Then we will at least be on more equal footing.
How can we regain the talisman?
The talisman is probably buried with Tetelo's remains. That's what gives her Loa so much power. To find the talisman, we must find her remains.
How would we find Tetelo's remains?
We have pondered that question a long time, we Ritters. There are 2 probabilities. The first is that her remains are with the tribe in New Orleans. The other is that the remains were returned to a sacred place near the tribe's original homeland. We've tried to locate Tetelo's African homeland, but Gunther says so little in his journal about her tribe, and slaving records are practically non-existent. As for the other idea, we had no clue that Tetelo's people were in New Orleans until now.
let's discuss the part.
All right.
I spoke with Professor Hartridge, unfortunately for him. He thinks the tribe's name was Agreed, and that they live near the Fawn tribe in what's now called the People's Republic of Benin.
This is incredible, Gabriel. I must go research this new information in my library right now.
Wait, what should I do?
Stay low. If you get a chance, you might look into the possibility that Tetlo's remains are somewhere in New Orleans. But don't try to broach their private areas without my assistance, Gabriel. You will make a fine Schottenjäger, but only if you are not dead.
Sure. I'll wait.
Nah.
Goodbye, then, Gabriel. And remember, if you need a place of safety, come to Schloss Ritter.
Newspaper.
Times dated June 24th, 1993. There's nothing about the voodoo murder case in the paper today. Gabriel finds a humorous tidbit under the Life is Stranger Than Fiction column. Apparently, there were reports of ghosts in the Bayou St. John last night. Various people called the newspaper with stories about hearing strange noises and seeing weird lights over the swamp. Some folks claim it's a ghost of Marie Laveau. The paper relates it to similar delusions that crop up every Halloween. Gabriel knows better. Gabriel's horoscope today reads, "Wise is the warrior who knows when to fight and when to get the hell out of Dodge."
God help me, I'm actually starting to listen to this guy.
Drink some coffee, Gabriel.
Good coffee.
I still love how he drinks coffee. Just like, yep. Done.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Grace,
I've already said everything.
are you
I'd be peachy if you'd give up all...
I'm sorry I got you.
Don't worry about me. Just get yourself...
Got any ideas, Grace?
Yeah, get out of town.
You're so helpful.
I think, like, these are the ones I noticed they'll flex the most because what they did for Grace's looks so wrong. Like, obscenely kind of wrong, you know?
I'm going out for a bit.
Be careful.
I think it was this day where we could do this. This might be the last thing we do for today, just because, like, or we might push it on a little bit, because there's a lot that just, like, at the end.
Two enormous vases Gabriel...
Yeah.
Gabriel hears the faint sound of breaking glass.
Damn, you'd think they'd be alive.
Okay, now I got the flashlight activated. The flashlight that I picked up on the first day, if you remember.
Gabriel got...
I attack the darkness.
The plaque on the drawer has a name etched on it. Priscilla Getty. The plaque on the drawer has a name etched on it. Celeste Getty. The plaque on the drawer has a name etched on it. Zelia Getty. The plaque on the drawer has an etching of the Veve on it, but no name. The plaque on the drawer... Jacqueline Getty. The plaque on the drawer has a name etched on it. Ariane Getty. The plaque on the drawer
see if there's
has
a
name
pattern
etched on it.
with the
Helena
names.
Getty. The plaque on the drawer has a name etched on it. Cecily Getty.
Not a single one is a male name.
The drawer is locked. The plaque. The drawer is locked.
Right, okay.
This wall is covered with decorated skulls. In
Ugh, I hope no one ever builds me a shrine like that.
There's broken... Someone's broken the light in here. Gabriel does... Gabriel can't take... Gabriel has a feeling it would... Gabriel doesn't... There's nothing Gabriel would...
Don't want some old dry bones? Or, like, musty
There's
skeletons?
nothing...
Or dusty ones? Sure you don't want any of these, Gabriel? My lad? I'm trying to remember how to open this up.
Gabriel can't see...
No? Okay. Okay.
The drawer is...
I gotta remember how to do this. Yeah, over here.
I think I know what happened to the men in the family now.
Ish.
Huh. Some of these look loose. No.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay. I see.
No.
Might have got that backwards there. There we go.
Hey, one of the drawers popped open.
Because, yeah, no, it's that.
Mosley. Shit, I dropped my flashlight. Huh? Ouch. Oh, my head. What the hell was that?
But yeah, it's the... I don't even fucking know what this thing's called. Or it's...
Mosley's body is gone.
But his wallet is here.
Perhaps Gabriel should pick it up first.
Where have you been? I was worried about you.
For good reason, apparently.
What happened? Do you need a doctor?
Nothing you want to know about, and no, just some aspirin.
Gabriel, this is nuts. You have to get out of New Orleans.
No kidding.
Well, listen. Wolfgang called while you were out. He said, and I quote, "Tell Gabriel that I found what I was looking for. It's time for me to do my duty. Schloss Ritter is his now. Now call me crazy, but I don't think that's good news."
Not for Uncle Wolfie, no.
What are you gonna do?
If I figure it out, I'll let you know.
And the answer is, we're going to Germany.
What's up?
That doesn't seem...
I have a number for a travel agent on that.
Yep. Useful page.
Didn't Grace say you had to dial 011 first to get international?
Uh-huh. We're not going international.
Hello, See the World Travel Agency. How may I help you?
How much for a trip to Rittersberg, Germany?
Rittersberg, Germany. Hold on, let me look that up. I can fly you into Munich. That's the closest airport to Rittersberg. You can rent a car from there or take the train. Let's see, the best price I can see for the flight is $1,400. What would you like to do?
Okay, I can't do this.
I can't afford.
I see.
Gabriel opens up some ID belonging to Moses.
Americans repress. Forgot about that one.
Hello.
What about
Oh yes, there's a flight from New Orleans. Did you want me to book?
charge it to my Americans repressed?
Yes, sir. And your name was?
Mosley.
Feeling a little good. Gabriel gives the travel agent Moses' card number and is informed that he can pick up his tickets at the Orleans International Airport.
Got a minute?
What's up?
Guess what? I'm going to Germany.
Really? That's great. But how on earth can you afford...
A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
Oh my god. I wouldn't like the sound of that even if you were a man.
I'll miss you too, Greg. Tell me,
What?
how come we
I'm still waiting around for that lobotomy. As soon as I get it, I'll let you know, okay?
Nope. Got any idea?
Yeah.
You're so...
Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to,
Goodbye, Gracie.
Good luck.
Of course. Are you gonna be okay here by yourself?
I'll be fine. Just fix this, okay?
I'm trying, Gracie.
Gabriel picks up his tickets at the...
Into the car, I see.
Wolfgang,
Hello, my name is Nye. Gabriel Nye.
Herr Knight. Oh, kommen Sie bitte herein. I mean, come in, please, Herr Knight. I was not expecting you. Has Wolfgang sent you here?
Uncle Wolfgang? No, I came to see him. Isn't he here?
No, he is gone. I'm sorry. You came all this way.
No, great. That's all I need.
Herr Knight, Wolfgang told me all about you and gave me instructions for you to feel welcome here. Please, this is your home. You are a Retter, no? I'm just doing some work. I will continue and you may make yourself comfortable. If there's anything you need, please ask me. You may use Wolfgang's bedroom. It is at the top of the stairs.
Thank you, miss.
You may call me Gerda, Herr Knight.
Okay, yeah. This is actually a pretty decent place to stop. Because... from this point on, I kind of want to just do the entire rest of the game. So... I gotta say it real quick. And as fun as this music is, probably not. Anyway, so swap over to face cam here. I kind of want to marathon the entire rest of the game, which is probably a little more than 2 hours, I want to say. Probably like 3-ish. So not really something I can do after work and still be able to sleep decently, you know? But, so I might say that till Monday, which means I'll come back tomorrow night with something different. It might just be Smite for 2 nights, and then on Monday we finish this up. But yeah, we have that to look forward to. So, anyone online? Let's see. Okay, so we're going to, instead of just being here, we're going to go ahead and raid someone. First, let's see if anyone else playing this, other than me. No. Yeah, no. No one, currently playing Gabriel Knight, at least. So, let's see who is, on, LGBTQIA+. Shall we? Okay, I don't actually see anyone that I care to raid. So, in that case, we're just gonna sign off. Hey, and remember, stay warm, stay safe, and as a treat for yourself, go ahead and have a little bit of fun. Later.